guys, I am Patricia Pineda, your presenter for today. And for today's topic, gene therapy and stem cell research. For our learning objectives, describe and define gene therapy and stem cell research. Lastly, identify and examine the social issues and ethical issues. And to learn more or furthermore about this lesson, let's proceed to the next page. So, before we start, let's all first understand what is gene therapy. So, gene therapy is the alternating of genes inside your body or our body cells in an effort to treat or stop disease. As you can see on the pictures, how they are alternating genes into healthy genes. Genes contain your DNA, the code that control much of our body's form and functions. So for making us grow tall to regulate our body system, in the future, this technique may allow the doctor to treat the disease or disorder by inserting gene into a patient's cell instead of using drug or surgeries. Also, of course, I know you all wondering what is the purpose of this gene therapy. So the purpose of gene therapy is that it replaces a faulty gene or add a new gene in attempt to cure disease or improve your body ability to fight disease. Gene therapy holds promise for treating a wide range disease. So there are two basic types of gene therapy. The first one is germline therapy and somatic gene therapy. So first, let's all go to somatic. As you can see on the picture, it is a process of somatic gene therapy. It only involves the insertion of therapeutic DNA into body cells and not the germ cell. So this means any effect of the therapy are confined to the individual being treated and are not inherited by future offspring. So the last one is germline therapy. I also provided you the process of germline therapy. And to understand this therapy, it involves the modification of the genes inside our germ cell, sperm or ova. During reproduction, these cells fuse to form a zygote which divided and passed on the modified genes into the other cells of body during the development of offspring. In this way, the therapy alters the future generation to become. So, gene therapy social issues. So, the first one that I think is safety. Due to the possibility of off-target effects such as edit in the wrong place and when some cells carry to edit but others do not, safety is a primary concern of this. So, the last one is informed consent. So, some people worry that it is impossible to obtain information consent for germline therapy because the patient affected by the edits of future generations. So the counter-argument of this is that parents are already make decisions that affect the future of children. Gene therapy ethical issues. So, editing research involves embryos. Many people have moral and religious objections to the use of human embryos for research. Federal funds cannot be used for any research, and that creates or destroys embryos. Lastly, for ethical, justice, and equity. As with many technologies, there is concern that editing will only be accessible to the wealthy and will increase existing disparity in access to healthcare and other interventions. Let's all proceed furthermore. So, what do you think is stem cell? So, first, stem cell is a cell with unique ability to develop specialized cell types in our body. So, in the future, they may be caused to replace cells and tissues that had been damaged or lost due to diseases. So, the purpose of this is to provide new cell for the body as it grows and replace specialized cells that are damaged or lost. So, as I said earlier, that they have two unique properties that are able them to do this. So, they divide over and over again to produce new cells. As they divide or change into the other types of cells they make up to our body. So as all you can see on the pictures, it provided the cell tissues types such as sex cell, immune cell, epithelial cell, nervous cell, blood cell, bone cell, and lastly, the fat cell. That stem cell differentiation into various tissue types. So, ethical issues that stem cell are facing is that it involves destruction of human embryos as matter of religious faith and moral conviction. They believe that human lives being at conception and their embryos in therefore as a person. Lastly, social. So the social problem or issues that stem cell are facing is that the safety is a major issue for iPS cell research and aim at clinical applications such as cell reprogramming process can cause harmful mutation into the stem cell, increasing the risk of cancer. So, thank you for listening, guys. I hope you learned something.